top 10 video games Bite Size Geek is looking forward to in 2023, in no particular order. We'll start off with Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Rocksteady's version of the Suicide Squad stars Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark as Task Force X, on a mission to take down Brainiac, who has brainwashed founding members of the Justice League, Superman, The Flash, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. It's an open-world action game that is set in Rocksteady's Arkhamverse version of Metropolis, and it appears that only Batman has been the only one to evade Brainiac's hold on the Justice League. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is currently scheduled to be released for PlayStation 5, Windows PC, and Xbox Series X on May 26th. Next up we have Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Respawn Entertainment's sequel to its very successful 2019 game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Stars a returning Cal Kestis, but this time as a full-fledged Jedi, and will follow on from the events of the original story. We get to see Kestis attempting to survive in a galaxy turned hostile in the wake of Order 66. It has a scheduled release date of March 17th for PlayStation 5, Windows PC, and Xbox Series X. The Wolf Among Us 2. The much-anticipated sequel to The Wolf Among Us will feature returning characters Bigby, Wolf, and Snow White, who have yet another mystery to solve across their episodic adventures. Bigby will face off against a number of enemies amongst a 1980 New York winter backdrop. The game only has a vague 2023 release date as of yet for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, S, and Windows PC. Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart is a first-person shooter set in an alternate universe of 1950s-era Soviet Union, with Bioshock-style gameplay and primary enemies that appear to be murderous biomechanical robots. Your protagonist will come with special powers to help combat these threats. It is currently set to launch on the PS5, Xbox Series X, S, the PS4, Xbox One, and Windows PC on February 21st. Dead Island 2. After nearly a decade, we finally get to return back to Dead Island, with the backdrop being a quarantined Los Angeles. The developer Dambusters have mixed it up a bit by including a crafting system and rage mechanic. It currently has a release date of April 28th for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, S, and Windows PC, so get your katana and shotgun ready. Ark 2. Studio Wildcard's sequel to Ark Survival Evolved is a third-person action survival game that will feature advanced traversal mechanics, Dark Souls-inspired combat, cross-platform modding, animals that track and hunt by sight, sound, and smell, dynamic open-world events, and what is said to be full utilization of the Unreal Engine 5. Ark 2 will launch in an early access on Windows PC and in-game preview on the Game Pass on Xbox Series X in 2023 with no specific date as of yet. SpiderMan II. The sophomore effort to Insomniac Games' 2018 blockbuster about the Marvel Comics web-slinger is scheduled to drop exclusively on the PlayStation 5 in the fall of 2023. The game will feature both Peter Parker and Miles Morales as playable characters, with Venom playing a big role as well, and is pretty much destined to vie for a spot as Game of the Year. Redfall. This is Arcane Austin developed and Bethesda Softworks' open-world shooter about a city that is overrun by vampires. Billed as co-op, the game sits somewhere between multiplayer and single player, where you will need to dust off your hybrid stealth action shooter skills. Arcane Austin has previously developed games like 2018's Prey reboot, as well as games in the Dishonored franchise. The studio's new project is coming to Xbox Series X and Windows PC with a speculative time frame for the first half of 2023. The Day Before. The Day Before is an open-world survival MMO by Fantastic. It is a third-person shooter with survival elements set in a deadly post-pandemic America, overrun by flesh-hungry, infected, and survivors killing each other for scarce resources. It currently has a release date of March 1st for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and Windows PC. Last but not least, we have Replaced. Replaced is a 2.5D sci-fi retro futuristic action platformer developed by Sad Cat Studios. You play as Reach, an AI trapped in a human body against its will. Replaced beautifully combines cinematic platforming, pixel art, and free-flow action combat set in an alternate 1980s. It currently has a release date of 2023 with no specific date given for the Xbox One, Windows PC, Xbox Series X and S. Thank you for joining us at Bite Size Geek. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and we'll be able to keep on putting out the content you count on. Catch you next time.